up close and personal on this fine Sunday. It's TBRS, the Berlin Radio Show, episode 62.
Another beautiful Sunday. The sun is shining. I woke up so happy today because it's a special day.
Special. I'm so special.
And you look so special today, Alit.
As
usual.
As per usual. I'm like, let me just come and represent for my drama and my dramaticness.
Bring all of it today.
I'd love to see you guys. If you've been living under a rock somewhere, shame on you. I hope you had a really good reason. First of all, also happy Easter weekend for those who celebrate, and happy long weekend for those who are just looking for an excuse to party. And yeah, we're here back in studio live from Oyun on thfradio.de. In case you've forgotten whose voice this is and who this drama is from, it's the Nubian Allegon Alele here on the mic.
The one and only, yeah?
The one and only. And I get to share this space right now with the purge full of knowledge.
Wagwan.
Mr. Judza, the Juliano Loco.
We reached episode 62.
Yo,
today.
we've made it this far.
2 episodes ago, our milestone, episode 60.
That's
it was
true.
a birthday, one to remember.
When?
The beautiful Alele's birthday. If you guys didn't check out that episode, go back to it because it was hype.
Hey, it was so lit. And we had some of the best crew you could ever have. I couldn't ask for a better birthday in 2022.
We'll repeat next year.
For real. It'll only be bigger. Maybe I'll be actually in a thong on a yacht, disturbing people.
Not a rabadingi.
Guys, we're so excited to have you, my future lovers and friends. As said, we have a great show planned for you. And now let's talk more action. Let's jump straight into the music. And being that today's guests are also so special for all of us here in studio, and of course, they are people from my hometown and my home city, the 254. Representing fully. And I decided these are the tracks I'm also going to bring because what else can I do? Cass will be joining us also later with some dope tracks, but the first one is from Calligraph Jones, who is one of the fastest rappers in the whole of Africa. And I said, let me bring this intro song because it goes hard. It goes real hard. And the song is called Ikechuku. Turn up the speaker, feel it like I am. Let's go.
Myself really hustle. If Charlie wanna hate, let them hate me, don't mind them. And if the bomb clat one tassel, Babylon fire, Ikechuku finna burn them. Salute the king, one finger upon the air. Top shot to OG, me no care. And none of them compare. Yeah, we taking over everywhere.
The OG himself, Calligraph Jones, the one and only, huh?
There's this one and only Allegon here, but he is the OG of spitting rhymes in Kenya, yo. He's killing it out there. He's the proper OG, and the guy is massive.
He is massive.
Yo, I'm scared. But anyway, that was Calligraph Jones with Ikechuku off of his latest album. The whole album is dope. Go check out the tracks, guys. Go support your 254s. And don't just think the only good music comes out only from West Africa.
Nope.
Guys.
Africa is larger than that.
It's bigger than that. And not only South Africa, not only West Africa, all over the continent, people are doing big things and they're making earthquakes.
Including our beautiful country, Kenya.
Man, when I was there, it was like, how am I coming back? I love Berlin, I love Germany, but the temptation was real.
No place like home. Absolutely.
No place like home.
And you left me here in the cold, huh?
Imagine. You're the one who decided to stay. Could have packed you in the suitcase. But guys, welcome back. This is TBRS, the Berlin Radio Show. In case you don't know where you are, you're here with us live straight out of Oyun on thfradio.de. And today's show, as we mentioned at the beginning, is super special. But of course, we still have some great hits first before we get into our interview later with Sauti Soul. And so let's jump into the first segment I'm blessed to host, guys. Honestly,
Went to Lucas's place a full day, just chilling there doing shenanigans. But it turned out to a beautiful piece, as we can see.
It did. And every time I hear that kalahu, I'm like, I'm excited. No one can tell me nothing, Guys, Alele's Calabash today. As I said, I'm on the full 254 Kenya vibe, and so I said I'm just gonna bring you guys some of the tracks that have been on replay recently. Also, as mentioned, I was home for like 2 months, and it just reminded me of how sick the music down there is. And so I was like, TBRS, where else can we bring you guys some of the hottest international hits that you might not listen to on any other radio station? First track already, I'm going to start with one of the legends of Kenya. His name is Nyashinski. Yo, this man been in the game for a long time. A long time in a band, in a crew. They also gave us some boppers and some hits that we could sit down to.
So versatile, still so relevant till
Exactly.
today. Always bring out the hits.
So crazy. And it's so crazy because he's so good. He disappeared for nearly 10 years and came back with an album and everyone went crazy and still is making mad history
A
out
bit
here.
like Jesus, disappeared and then came back, you know?
We disappeared to reappear.
It took 10 years.
His was 10 years. It took him 10 years to rise again. But the first track is with one of the dopest female MCs also in Kenya, and her name is Femi One. And the song is called Properly, because how else do we want to start the show other than properly? Life equal order. Life equal order. We are doing things properly here.
Properly. We started properly, we'll end properly.
We proper lied. Maybe. You can create different things, yo. Taking it to different levels right here on TBRS. Yo, guys, I'm late on life. I'm lit on life. That's what it is. I'm excited because spring is coming, good energy is coming, and today's show is about to be crazy. Crazy.
Trees are starting to get leaves. You know how much of a hype that is? You know, I was just looking out of my window today and I saw leaves. I was like, yes, summer is around the corner. And you can feel it even in people's faces. The cashier, you know, you go to in the morning.
You hear a little bit of more. The high goes from nah to hello.
From schneller to, okay, how was your day? You know?
Schön Tag. Or just Tag.
Exactly.
So that was Nyashinski with Femi One on the track Properly. Go check out the video as well. It's lit. There's a dance that I'm going to still practice so that I can master by summer. I know this track came out last year, but this is about to be a summer proper song, properly, you know? So second track, I couldn't help myself. It was Nyashinski again because... As I said, he's a legend. Allah. You know, this man just creates magic. And as I said, he's also like, he's like fine wine. He's kind of like also like Pharrell. He never ages.
He said it took 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
That's when the fine wine gets ripe.
Yeah, come on, Julian, you know? Juliana Loco, the porridge full of knowledge. I love to see it. And the second track is featuring another Kenyan dope artist called Chris Kaiga. Mad lyricist, mad. He spits rhymes. And the track is called Hapotu, meaning just there. Just there. Turn up the speakers, guys. I'm not the queen of sound effects. We know who is good at that.
The one and only Cassian.
Cassian, who's just walked in the building. She's messing with the bottles. It's about to be a lit situation.
You sounded a bit like Anyatiti. Or are you trying to?
No. It's automatic. I mean, what can I do? It's automatic for me because it's the lakeside energy for me. Guys, that was Hapotu by Nyashinski featuring Chris Kaiga. Just there. Nowhere else, just there. And that's how we're starting today's show, episode 62. I am up in here in my calabash, getting excited. And yeah, I still have some good tracks for you guys. At least 2 more. And as said, it is a 254 situation. The next one is funny enough. For those who follow me on the grams, on the internets, funny enough, the one time I decided to take part in a challenge, I was recognized, and it was one of those challenges where, Mama, I love you. But there's nothing, the internet doesn't work for you at this point. But anyway, this is a dope artist who's also under Soul Generation. And this is Niviri, the storyteller. Where? The story?
I knew it had to happen. That Kenyan had to come out.
Because
all of it.
It had to come out because I've been told multiple times the show is not the show if I don't say English came by boat. All right. Hapotu, right there. The song, the artist is Niviri, the storyteller, featuring Ben Soul, who's also under the same Soul Generation, and the track is Wine, and that's just exactly what it's gonna make y'all do. Check it out. Wine. I hope you are whining and holding the wall because Shika Ukuta means hold the wall.
Hold it firmly.
For the balance, just so you can fully wind down.
Looks like someone held it over there. There's a dent in the wall already.
And it's not from us, by the way.
Right. Let's just make that clear.
Let's make that mad clear. And we are joined by the wonderful Cassian in the building.
Yo, if y'all see a Lily right now, yo, just wait on the picture them.
Yeah.
Just wait on the backstage, the BTS them, and you see how fly this woman look inside of this building here today. My God.
She's the one who's talking.
Hallelujah.
She's giving the Pink Panther proper competition.
I was like,
haute couture competition. Ooh,
the sun is out.
everything's out. I love it.
The suns are out.
This is the energy we want to come through with, guys. If there's any radio show that's extra, it's us.
It's us.
And we're doing it just the way we need to be doing it. It's TBRS, the Berlin Radio Show. Y'all are here with us, episode 62 on thfradio.de. Our sound effects queen is also up in the building. You know, it's going to get better. But yes, I have my last track for Alele's Calabash. Because I need to go and breathe. Because you miss it. Yeah, I need to go and breathe because I'm tired. I'm tired.
I missed what?
I aspired it, but I never aspired it because I was talking about how like lit I am, excited, lit on life for what is about to come later.
Listen. Listen, what's about to come on this radio show later? You're not even ready. You're not ready.
They're not, but they better be. At the same time, it's also, I just have to have like one of those moments, like, guys, team, we did it because these are things that we spoke into existence in 2020. We're like, you know, we're trying to have these interviews. We're trying to create a platform for different kinds of artists, especially artists of the diaspora who are coming through here to our city, and just to show them that Africa and everywhere else makes better music than what you just hear on commercial radio.
Making it even more special. They're Kenyan.
I love how you say burr.
Burr. All the way burr. So I'm going to end my segment with a song I think that is very true to me in some sort of way and to a lot of other Kenyans out here. Julian, you know
your wedding, your funeral, your birth, this is the song
full on. Y'all better play it full blast. So we've mentioned multiple times here on this radio show that there's a group of people who can consume alcohol quite well, and I think that's us Kenyans. Jesus juice something with a little percent.
I love that this is something you pride yourself on. I think Jamaicans do this too, but I'm not that Jamaican.
Yeah.
It's like I drink, you know, they're Jamaicans. We have the overproof rum, which is like 70-75% alcohol.
Jesus
it's gasoline,
Christ.
literally.
Yo.
And they literally take pride in drinking this. I'm like, why?
Wow.
Warum?
Oh, she even brought the German. Yo, guys, it's that deep. She brought the German into it.
I even thought it was part of a wahum. Wahum do that.
I love to see you guys. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's a fact. At this point, we've decided we might as well stand by it and just be like, it is what it is. It is what it is. We might as well do it well. And this next track is actually, it was like a Christmas song, I think, for last year, because Christmas is also the time where alcohol consumption goes to another level. And the track is called Pombe, which is alcohol in Swahili. And it's by an artist called Iyani. There's a dance. Go check out the video. Also, y'all learn it and post the videos. Tag us also and tag the artist. You never know what's going to happen. It might become a new challenge. But drink responsibly also. Don't drink and drive, just fly.
Smoke and fly.
Yes, exactly. So the track is Pombe by Iyani.
Bam bam lida bam bam.
Hey.
What a bam bam. Oh, come on, Kenyan
You
Jamaicans
know-
in the building.
I was like, this is a good transition into the next
Right.
situation. So I was like, we're representing the Kenyan and us, but sliding into the fact that we are all related somehow. And then,
Period.
you know, because
Y'all my fam.
I love to see it. So that was my segment. That was Alele's Calabash here on TBRS, the Berlin Radio Show. And I'm about to hand it over to the queen herself to come and take us into the kitchen.
I've decided to take a new name on, a new title, Empress.
Hey.
You should,
Empress. Okay?
we should see.
Because this is what Jamaican men call the women. Then when Alele, if you ever go to Jamaica, Jesus,
I'm not coming
and
back.
you walk in, you come in.
One-way ticket.
They're gonna see her be like, Empress, my God. You look like a tall glass of chocolate juicy, man.
She be yammed like a dumpling, Amma.
Anyways,
That's
y'all,
what I
let's
need.
get into the kitchen with Cass. What's cooking in the kitchen? It's hot. It's spicy. Finger licking good. Finger licking good.
Yo, if you all saw these ladies in action here.
Sloppy.
Yeah. As I was saying before, Alele, if you ever go to Jamaica, you're going to get eaten up. I'm telling you.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
I'm telling you, TBRS in Jamaica, TBRS in Kenya, TBRS worldwide. That is our next goal.
Speaking things into existence is our motto, no?
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna jump right into right into my segment. Actually, right into these tracks that I brought for you today. I felt like I reached into my bag with these tunes that I'm about to play, and these people are some of my favorite artists. And I've never really shown that side of me on this show. I think I always show like the hype, like everybody shake your booty now. But this is more like chill vibes. Let's get on a let's hold our meds. Yeah, that's what we say. Let's hold our meds with these tracks today. And the first track we're going to get into is Here Comes Trouble by Chronix.
I love it.
One and only.
Welcome the Rasta youths. Yo, nobody can tell me that Jamaican music isn't like top class.
Nope.
Nobody in that world, you can't tell me say Jamaican music and a top class.
Yo, Cassian, you brought that artist. He's one of my favorites.
Listen,
Chronix. What?
I went to a Chronix concert a few years ago, and let me tell you, elevation. You hear me? Watching this man on stage was a different vibe. I was like, what?
And I heard this a lot also because he interacts with the crowd also. He just doesn't perform, you know. He does his stuff and connects with the crowd as well.
Right. And his band is phenomenal. There was one bass player that was like going off. I was like, come on, bass player, I'm here with you. We vibing, okay?
Want to see that collaboration, Cassian and Chronix.
Hell yeah.
CNC.
And then with the XX.
Whoa.
It's written in the stars. It's written in the stars. We're going to jump into the next track by one of my favorite artists. This artist is just on a different level. I feel like I discovered her maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I discovered her actually when I was in a place of wanting to be in solitude. And now I'm back in that space. So I'm listening more to her again and more to Chronix and everything. And just wanting to be in a place of like solitude and just like peace and this meditative mind state, right? Yeah. And just turning on her music is just like mind blowing. Her voice is phenomenal. And there's this like dub on BBC Radio, where BBC One Radio, where they had a bunch of female Jamaican artists. I
saw this, with
Savannah, Lila Ike, and a bunch of
Empress Sativa, I think,
yes,
as well. Yeah.
It was. Oh my God! Listen.
Yeah, if you haven't seen
I'm sorry. Like I love you. I love me some Kenyans. You know, I love me some, West Africans. I love me some Ghanaians, Nigerians, everything like that. But Jamaican people, none of them can't touch way. Remember that. We're gonna jump into the next track by Lila Ike, and it's called Solitude. Let's go. Whoosh.
Cassian.
Whoosh.
You bring your girlfriend to the show like
Whoosh.
that. God
and she don't even know it. Yes. Oh, listen, Lila Ike, girl, if you're listening.
Special voice.
One day you'll be listening. I'm telling you, baby. Yo.
She got
just
pull
a
through.
beautiful, yeah, man. Just a beautiful. And she came out with a new track recently called Love. And it's so beautiful. And I'm glad that was like the single that she dropped because she actually was going through a lot recently with, how society is in Jamaica, especially with queer bodies. Like it's not very accepting. Yeah. And she has been going through a lot. And I'm glad that this is the track that she dropped, kind of talking about love and like her aspirations behind it and what she thinks love is. And there was an interview that she did with Yendi Phillips, who was Miss Jamaica at one point in time. Gorgeous woman. Oh my gosh. And she was really open and honest about her true self on this interview. And it was so beautiful to see. So I'm super excited for the next stages of Lila Ike's life.
And she's been doing a lot of projects with Protege as well.
Yeah. Protege is her
mentor.
Mentor. Yeah. So she is Protege's Protege.
They fit together so well. Honestly, I can't wait to see both of them on stage.
And
live,
I'm so happy. Like he really loves and supports her as an artist, and I love to see that. Yeah. So I'm super excited.
Everybody got to eat,
Let me tell you.
Save the community.
Oof. Yes. Julian.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. As I was telling Jasmine earlier, I woke up 3 hours before my alarm today. Sun was shining. I went to my terrace, I went to my balcony, had a nice coffee, a little bit of a Bob Marley cigarette, to start the day.
A Bob Marley cigarette. We love to hear it. Yes.
And the day is beautiful.
Nice.
How are you doing?
I have been the moon, the full moon, and everything that's just been happening lately. I have been going to bed extremely late from like 2 a.m.
I feel you.
And then waking up at like 10, 11. It's been madness in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
No real sleep routine. Yeah, it's just up and down. I feel the same over the past 2-3 weeks.
It's so crazy. And I'm like, I need to get into some type of sleep routine. Otherwise, I'm gonna drive myself insane. Really, I need some solitude. I need to go to the mountains of Jamaica, drink some Blue Mountain coffee, smoke a Bob Marley cigarette, and go just like Bill, right? Or actually, yeah, you hear me talking about coffee.
Yeah.
Some brown sugar black tea. I'm a plug right now. And just like chill, and vibe and just like, that's what I need to be doing. But we're going to jump into the next track. It's a track from Skip Marley actually and Popcorn, who are two of, again, I just love Jamaican art. All of them.
So versatile as well, you go from like heavy dancehall to a bit more chill to the lover songs and to, they got everything.
The talent, it's unreal. It is unreal. I think Jamaican artists for me are the most versatile artists that could ever and when you look at some of the greats in history, their roots are Jamaican. And I'm just like, even
into hip hop, as an old school fan, like there's old producers and stuff
in Jamaica from dub.
They have a lot of hip hop producers, rappers and stuff who originate from Jamaica.
Yes,
so respect.
Absolutely. And when you hear it, you're like, I kind of knew that. Like you could just never have been normal. Like you couldn't have been from the US only. You had definitely had some Jamaican. Biggie Smalls was had Jamaican. His mom was Jamaican.
Pete Rock, legendary producer as well. And what I like is that they portray where they come from as well in the music, and with phrases, with raps and rhymes. They don't just use the American identity. They trace it back to where they're from.
Right. And I think that's beautiful. I think we are all like multifaceted beings, right? We all have these different layers to us. We all have these different I don't know, just different things that we can bring to the world. And I feel like when I see artists use that and go like, I'm not just this one thing, I find it so beautiful and so enticing, and it makes me want to listen to the artist more. I actually like Nicki Minaj, for example. I know we're not even on these vibes today. We're on like, Kenyan, Jamaican, reggae, dancehall, Afrobeats, Amapiano type of vibes today. But talking about Nicki Minaj, she is also Trinidadian. So she's from the Caribbean as well. And she uses a lot of Jamaican vernacular in her music also. And I just find that to be so beautiful because she's really acknowledging her roots and her Trinidadian roots. And another artist for me like that is Rihanna. And I just love when they do that. I absolutely love when they put that into their music, and it elevates it.
It's important. Never forget where you're from.
Absolutely. But yeah, let's jump into this next track. It's called Vibe by Skip Marley and Popcorn.
My goodness, live or die in Africa. Julian, that's our motto, no? This is exactly what we're trying to do.
Born and raised, and I'll die there also.
Finish me in there, burn me in the ground. Don't add anything, just put me deep in the ground right there. I'm done. Guys, welcome back to BRS, the Berlin radio show. Yo, episode 62 is about to get even more lit than it was before. And we have our guests who have finally walked in. Welcome.
Hey. Okay, well, how do you say hi in German? Like,
exactly, I was going to ask you.
Hi. Hallo?
Wie geht's dir?
Wie geht's dir? Wie geht's dir?
Yes. But you can even say the Habari, the twang, so at least
Habari. As long as we don't come with the Yambo.
Exactly.
Yambo. Yambo situation.
Yambo.
Hakuna Matara.
Can we get that one again for the story?
The Yambo.
Vidistia.
Vidistia.
Now what's the answer?
Meg it's good.
Meg it's good.
Yeah, Meg it's good. You guys are fluent now.
Yeah. And then we have also some other questions, but we'll ask.
Okay.
Yeah, because for the show we need to incorporate some German.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, you can ask them now already.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
So how do you say right to the right and to the left?
Wow.
Kushoto kulia, no?
Yeah.
So yeah. No, to the right is nach rechts.
Nach rechts.
Yeah.
Nach rechts
is to the right.
Nach rechts.
Nach links.
Nach links.
Links is left.
Links.
Nach rechts.
Nach rechts.
Nach links. Nach rechts. Nach links.
Nach
rechts. Nach rechts. Nach links.
It sounds like your new hit.
Oh yeah.
It's about to be.
Y'all heard it first here on TBRS, the Berlin radio show, nowhere else.
But I think Alede, now it's time to introduce them.
Welcome. I'm like, will I do justice? I feel like I need to hand over the mic to them themselves to introduce. I mean, I said already, one of the biggest bands out of Kenya, out of Africa, internationally, have graced our studios. But guys, I'm going to hand it over to you. Introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Bien-Aimé. I am a singer and a quarter of the group Sauti Soul. And I'm so happy to be here, man. Thank you guys for your time.
Thanks for coming through.
Yes, sir. Hi, my name is Chimano. I am a singer and a quarter of Sauti Soul.
Yeah, my name is Savara, the other quarter of Sauti Soul.
Nice.
And Polycarp is not here. I'll introduce himself for him.
I am Polycarp.
Hey, I'm Polycarp Otieno. Yeah, but yeah, Savara, Polycarp, Bien-Aimé, and Chimano.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Back in Berlin, you guys have been here before. You're on your tour. I hope it's going well. We've been seeing the stories. Y'all killing it on stage. I'm like, I want to be in front of every stage right there. But we're excited that you're here in Oyun and performing tonight.
Yes, sir.
But any memories that you guys have from your last time being here, or anything that you missed that you're trying to be here?
You haven't asked the TBRS question.
Oh,
one thing that made you happy.
It's coming,
and one thing that
friends.
made you That's the first question.
Cassian jumped in
What
like,
is you doing?
So guys, yes, there's these like traditional questions that I have. We're gonna get into that quick fire round.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe they missed like Berliner Luft or
Right.
something, or the the wall and stuff. Was there anything that like left an impression last time when you were here?
Actually,
that
I
you missed and
remember
wanna come
being
back?
at the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, was it fresh paint? But it just had this graffiti on it that looked new. And it looks so beautiful. Like, I enjoy Berlin because of how picturesque Berlin is. Yeah, it's a very picturesque city. It looks very nice.
I find it very cosmopolitan also. Yeah, like even when you visit anywhere, the clubs, you find different kind of people from all over the world. It's so beautiful. Like it's a mix, a nice mixture of culture.
Of everything.
Yeah.
You get everything, all the Dutch, all the messages.
It's like a bit of both.
I mean, the dirt and the messiness is...
Yeah.
I don't
And
I
don't
think,
forget the dirt. The dirt
It's the
is
dirt.
the real culture.
the grunge.
That's also nice because it makes me feel like home. You know, also Nairobi is a bit of
It's
both.
it's
You
grunge.
get the clean side, you get
So
the
you
dirty
get a-
side.
You know when you look good from the air and then by it's down there.
That's when the dust comes and hits you in the face.
Yeah, it's just like,
Exactly. No,
just
but
in your shoes. Yes, I love it.
thank you. I was like, we need to have a shoe cam also here
Yeah,
in the studio
imagine.
for future purposes. Future purposes.
For future purposes.
But Cassian already touched on it. So every time we have guests here, I love to ask these 3 questions at the beginning. It's a quick fire round. Whoever jumps on the mic first, whoever feels inspired.
like that.
Just like that.
Like
Pouts on it. But the first thing is, what's one thing that just made you laugh out super loud recently? Like when you said what?
What made you do that? Exactly that.
I swear.
Oh, shit. You're with it. So there's a
That's where people get exposed.
Embarrassment.
So there's
Okay.
always so in the group, there's always the song that you did before the group that was just whack. Like, you know, after high school, during that period, when we weren't really serious about Sauti Soul yet.
Yeah.
We were all in studios in the hood recording different hooks for people, and you know, like how
Just finding ground. you know.
finding your ground in the music industry, learning how to record and shit. And so the other day, a random DM from Instagram came to me, but it was so weird because this guy had sent like a voice note, and I was like, no one ever sends me a voice note in DM. So let me check this out, and then I played it, and it was a song that we had recorded in the hood.
Long time.
So many
So
years
the voice
ago.
note was a song.
Yeah, that someone had recorded because he had it in a matatu, like the public transport, and then the song has Chimano in it, and it was
face.
whack.
The way he's sitting there speechless
Please tell
now.
me that voice note
It's
is
a
nearby.
bad song.
Okay, but anyway, no, I'm just.
So we all laughed out loud.
I'm just playing, but yeah, it was it's actually really
cringe.
funny.
It's funny.
It's cringe.
Cringe, you know, no, it's cringe that it's like
It's funny. Like it's not. It's
Yeah.
not like it's cringe funny. It's like funny. And,
yeah.
the beauty about it. The beauty about it is like you see the growth. You know.
Yeah.
And it humbles you to just, sometimes it takes you to see your old photos.
Yeah,
you just know you understand your journey, because sometimes you're just beating yourself too hard. But when you look back, you realize
like,
son. That thing is the funniest thing ever.
It's actually really, really funny, to be quite, to be honest.
It was sent in the evening, and when everyone was just going to bed, and BN sent it.
How long ago was this? Was this recent?
2-3 days ago.
2-3 days. So it's fresh.
Yeah, it's so fresh. Oh my god.
Will we hear it today?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh hell! Wait, like BN now is always threatening me, like, Chimano, don't you dare! If you piss me off, bitch, I will show you. I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah, I'll put it out.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna kill you.
That's dope. I love to see how what made you laugh out loud has made us all continuously laugh out loud. And we'll still see TBRs. Maybe we'll be able to sneak that voice note. Maybe.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that here. See, that's the fire.
That's the fire. It's called balance.
I love your makeup. Is it makeup or what can I call it? Like,
Is it like what's going on? Like, tell us about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, now you have an interview,
yeah.
Well, maybe I can talk about
You
mine.
start, yeah.
When I
So
say
I'm
you say interview my. So go on.
So I'm actually an artist as well, a rapper.
all right.
And this is a part of my alter ego, Cassian the Bumbleclot Alien.
Whoa.
And
Okay.
She's Jamaican.
Yes. And she is from a planet called G.
Okay.
And on G, all they do is smoke weed and chill and
yeah.
vibe, and everybody loves everybody.
That's my house.
And
Okay.
and every day this changes depending on my mood.
All right.
So-
And my mood
okay.
today
What kind
was
of mood?
very like optimistic and hopeful.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Blooming.
Yeah, it's like a bridge.
Right.
Like let's
Exactly.
bridge the gap.
Yes.
It's like let's do it.
Exactly. Yes. So
And
that's
yes,
that.
and you might
After that explanation, the pressure, the pressure's serious. No, mine is just honestly, I said,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
easy
just
to
like,
do.
what am I?
Lines
It's
are
just like I
complicated.
feel like this
Well, you
today.
look very beautiful.
But yeah,
Honestly.
it looks really, really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is so fun.
Wow.
It's the first time we've had artists come here and recognize that. You know, they've seen the outfits and everything, but you don't came and recognize that. So
I
that's a
love
big
it.
plus.
Yeah.
Ladies,
High
the
five
ladies
over here.
feel-
High five for Ian. Okay.
You did the damn thing.
Maybe I can jump into the next question because it
Okay,
ties
go
into
for it.
to the music from the past.
Okay.
Right? So the band was officially formed in 2005.
Yes.
I would say
Kind
that's
of.
when we met. Okay,
no.
the three of us have been singing since 2002.
Yeah.
High school. But that's when
Okay.
we met in high school.
Right.
We're like 14.
Right.
Yeah, you guys went to school together.
So when you were 14, I love that because I also wrote a rap song when I was 16.
Damn.
And it's the worst song
Aye,
ever.
yeah.
Thankfully, I have no evidence and it was not recorded.
I was gonna say the next voice note.
Exactly, it's just in my head, and then some people saw like the lyrics, and then I was like, no, and ripped it up and threw it away. But yeah, so like, I basically wanted to ask, like, did you know eventually that it was a band that you wanted to form, or were you solo minded? Was it like, I'm gonna do music and then it's just gonna be about me and my music, or was it from the beginning that you were like, we're good at this and we should be together in a band?
It's that.
That's
Yeah, it's that.
Like we always
Yeah.
knew that we were going to be a super band. We used to sing in high school.
love it. We always knew.
Yeah,
That's it,
we used to sing in high school in girls' schools, and girls used to go crazy. And that's all we needed, you know. At the
That's
time.
motivation.
Yeah, that's the motivation. That's all the motivation we
Right.
needed, and we always saw ourselves where we are right now. In fact, we saw ourselves here sooner. It's just that life has thrown things at us in adulting.
Yeah.
Perfect timing, eh?
Yeah, but you know, everything is
You're
about
where
the
you're
timing.
supposed to be in that
Exactly.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're happy to be together. Like this is a very good marriage.
Aww,
That's so sweet. We love you.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Yes. So yes,
you
and
go.
then from there, but then to the crux of the question, like whether it was formed in 2005, I'll say yes. 2000 after 2005, that's when we were done with high school. That's when like we now started meeting up and like properly now forming what the foundation of Sauti Soul is. We didn't even have a name then, really. So yeah, I would say from then on, yes, the foundation that what the Sauti Soul that you see now is when it actually started the conceptualization.
And also music made sense for us very early. Like we were in university, I remember, and some of us had to defer or take semester breaks because already we started touring.
Right.
We went to Amsterdam for the first time ever. And I think that just opened everything because we're like, oh, your music made us like start to travel the world, you know. So the fact that we even had to take semester breaks, it started making sense financially, and we started growing. So immediately the focus just shifted, like naturally,
Nice.
But we all finished school also.
Yeah.
We graduated,
Exactly.
We love some educated gentlemen.
Right?
So we made sure.
What a waste of my time.
You see, that's what school taught.
Degree
That's
was.
what it is.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
piece of
So many
paper,
things.
yeah.
Yo, go get your degree.
Go to school, kids. Go to school.
Go to school.
It's been amazing since then, yeah.
No, that's great. That's great to see. And actually, first of all, how did the name Sauti Soul come to be? When was that moment where you guys were like, you know, we're a band, we're doing this, we're about
And
to
we're
kill
called
it?
Sauti
and-
Soul.
So we used to
Sauti
sing
Soul.
in Swahili for the non-Swahili speakers in the room. In Swahili, the word sauti is voice, and in high school, our group was called Voices in the Light, and it used to be like a legacy group in our school where the best singers would be selected to sing in Voices in the Light in that year. So it happens in 2005. We were the Voices in the Light of our year. And then when we finished, we used to perform in different places, funerals, weddings, all kinds of, you know.
Funerals were quite interesting.
What was that
Like, should I enjoy my music?
Yeah, you know, we've been
Super weird sometimes.
Should I cry? That's
yeah, but
okay,
so
but
at that time, after performing for a long time, people had a nickname for us. It was Sauti because our voices were really good. They used to be like, hey, these guys have really good voices. And then our first manager, Wawesh, who was also a producer, told us that we need to differentiate our Sauti from many other Sautis because it used to be like there's so many choirs, people.
Yeah.
So we added Sol, which is Spanish Latin for sun, and we ended up becoming Voices in the Light again.
Just in the different.
So
Full
it's just
circle.
Voices of light in
yeah.
You guys have brought the light in.
Yeah, we are the
voices.
voices of
So
Yeah, we
you
come with
guys
the
have
sun too.
the halo is over you. The halo is
love it.
over you. We love to see it. I want to go back shortly to our quick fire round and ask you something else that has you guys super excited. You're just jazzed, lit, excited, and never spared it. What is that?
What? Something that is super excited.
Super excited that has you guys excited. Upcoming.
Has you guys excited this tour?
Yeah, this tour or right now or in general.
Like speaking this tour, like you know, we hadn't played for like 2 years because of the pandemic. So and we released our album Midnight Train. We released it during the pandemic. So even working the album was a different scenario. Like the world has shifted. So for us, just connecting with the fans every time, all the shows we've done so far, it's just magical. It just reminds you of how beautiful the world is, and things are bubbling all over. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Let me
it's just
tell you how many people have reached out to me like, is there tickets still left? Is there tickets still-" I'm like, sorry, boo, it's sold out. Try at the door.
So this tour is such a good reminder to us. Because sometimes also it's tiring, you know. Sometimes you get tired a little bit, but when you meet people calling, or maybe you see people on Facebook and people are going crazy because of tickets, just puts perspective back, and then you realize,
On Facebook?
Who even uses it? Are you like a
I don't know if Facebook. Were you poked? You were
Got
poked.
a book.
people still use Facebook.
Someone tell them. Tell him.
You have to have all social media all across.
Emails also.
Okay, my TikTok has been blowing up. Everybody's been asking for TikTok.
TikTok.
I love it. It was Facebook.
I love it. In my head, I was like, this
I was in shock.
Does anybody here have Facebook?
I still do. Because it has to connect to Instagram.
There's
It has to. You can't delete it. So.
I mean, I use
You have it by proxy because when you upload a photo or whatever, like you put in like, do you want it to also go on Facebook? Okay, yes. But then you never really.
The other day I went live. I got 3 views.
probably your band members, no? Maybe
I got 3 views.
Facebook Live.
TikTok and Instagram Live, you get hundreds. Minutes. But Facebook, I got 3 views. Yeah.
Yo, and I remember
I got 3 views, yo.
there's a
And not your
time
auntie
we
or above it.
there's a time we put
I'll just use it.
our rehearsal on Facebook Live, and we had 50,000 viewers.
Yeah. Oh, when was this?
Like
I didn't even know about
Oh,
Years ago.
oh yes, when Facebook was
When Facebook was
Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's still when Facebook was not Meta.
I think it's time for Facebook.
Bring back Facebook! Bring back Facebook!
You heard it. You heard it here on the podcast.
Elon Musk.
We're about to go out and march in front of our unit.
Yeah,
Bring back
that's
Facebook. Make your
Bring back
bed.
Sir. Okay.
Honestly. And the last question for the quick fire, where I'll just bring it down a little bit. You know, emotions, it's called balance and everything. So we've had something that made you laugh, something that made you excited, but what made you feel a little challenged recently? Challenged.
Like
very
challenged,
sad.
like sad almost.
Yeah, slightly sad, or maybe like a bit worried,
Worried.
concerned. Things.
I think for me, it's just the element of missing the people I love at home. Yeah, it's I miss my wife.
There's no fuel at
I
back
miss
at
my
You've seen them
my
on the
dogs.
borders lining
yeah,
up.
I miss my dogs. I miss that part of my life.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Can I ask a
now that you
question?
said that,
Yeah.
Are you a Cancerian? Is your
What's a
star
Cancerian?
sign? Oh, you don't know.
No, I'm
your
Capricorn.
Babe, babe, I'm the Cancer here. Excuse me.
Sorry,
Are
what's
you
happening?
Cancer too? Yes. Come on now.
And we're also
The
here.
faces, the other faces. Everyone is just looking at you to like, what?
When's your birthday though?
2nd of July.
What's
9th of July, honey. Yeah.
what's special about
Yeah, tell me,
Cancer?
what's,
I don't
That's what
even
I'm
know.
wondering.
what's up with
That's
Cancer?
No, because
The ones that
people
cry a lot.
always have not nice things to say about cancer. So
really?
no, because
Who
everybody.
gives a shit?
You know what? Shut your mouth, yeah. because every other star sign like always says like they always have the
Sensitive.
characteristics, blah, blah, blah. But then Cancer are just like but they're sensitive, they're emotional, but then they're good lovers and they're good in relationships. And I'm just like. But then also the beauty with Cancers is that we are layered. We can be a Capricorn if we want to be a Capricorn.
Period.
We can be a Gemini if we want to be a Gemini.
We can be
Like,
Aries if you want to be Aries.
Don't mess with us. We're the underdog. Okay, sorry. Okay, we can go on. Sorry.
Guys, you can be anything you want to be.
Exactly.
Cancer.
The world is your oyster. The world is your oyster.
Leprechaun if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
So who's down for a show? Cassian and Shimano, separate Cancerians,
You guys need that
DJ.
one.
Hey man,
Okay, fine. Then let's go.
Well,
You
no,
know what?
we need a space for Cancer.
Let's get back to the
Yeah,
interview.
this one.
Cancerian lives matter.
They do matter. They do matter
They
actually.
do, apparently.
We are pro Cancer.
Bro, Cancerian.
Since you know Capricorn, Cancer, what are you?
Gemini.
Gemini, what? Another one.
What's all the
You
celebrations?
two timing.
Small. We have 3 watching.
It's okay, guys. It's
Okay,
all
fine
right.
then.
We'll go and write down, go and write your notes. put
So
them in
back
a
to the
box.
question.
Let's
What
do
made
that.
you? What was challenging for you?
Thank you very much,
well,
friend.
so
You know, yeah, mine was just that, like, element of missing our family home.
Yeah.
And actually, we run a full-on business when we are at home. We have a record label, we have a children's content company, we have so many things, and so just being remotely.
And I'm serious about fuel.
Being remote about those things is a challenge. Savannah is
Very serious.
really hurt by the fact that there's
No,
no
but
fuel in
there's a
Kenya.
serious fuel shortage. There's a serious.
It's true.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you've seen
back
the
at home.
border drivers just lining up there.
Yeah, no, I was just.
Everybody's lining up for fuel.
Yeah,
man.
and I was just
Even
worried.
come
I felt so bad for our people, especially people who really need transport to travel every other day to make ends meet. Who is fuel.
And I think we deserve better, like as a people
exactly.
in Africa, in Kenya,
Yeah.
being on tour. The thing that really made me cringe is being in all these beautiful cities, being in Madrid, being in Barcelona, being in Berlin, Rotterdam, Brussels, everywhere we've played, the infrastructure is phenomenal. The system works, and that's how people move forward. And I look at where I'm coming from.
We're still struggling with basics.
And yeah, man, we're struggling with the basics, man.
And that shit always hits us
And
like
that
when we
shit-
tour.
When you
It's
travel,
always just
And
like
to feel,
okay.
yeah.
like when you look at the system, you remember like when when our friend Burna Boy was playing in Rotterdam, he hollered. So we went for the concert, and right now he's playing bigger arenas, and we were just interested to see the kind of system now being backstage. Most of the time when you go to such arenas, we're always in the crowd. But this time around, we were backstage. We saw the whole infrastructure. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
When you see like a fan who just booked a ticket online on the phone to the kind of experience they get after the concert, how they go out, you just see the system and you see a fan, you're like, oh my god,
it's
it's
seamless.
It's
seamless. Just getting in the system is seamless. I mean, well, of course, I can get there. You do have like, you have a big concerts, and things like that. But many times the thing that you want to avoid, or that you look at it and it's like, it's the line on the ticket line, the line for your ticket to be like validated. It's just the system around you being in the venue. So I'm guessing it's just like when you look at other things, we're just like it always just hits us when we're here, and that makes us sad
and
also.
And
you're just like
the most because it pisses me off the most because the privilege remains to the politicians and their children of. And then I have nothing against the kids of the politicians, man. You're just born into a family. There you are, man. But when those politicians come here for whatever reason, do they ever look back and wish that their people have?
Yeah, do you not want this for your people? Do you not?
And then I look at the people too, and I'm like, do you have the mind to take care of this? If you're here, man,
But you're asking a Kenyan politician to think like that. I don't think that will ever happen.
It doesn't matter Kenyan, wherever. All politicians are like this. And it's the same for Jamaica too. And I always think like this. And so maybe I can just jump in. I know this is you had your questions, girl, but this is going a different way. Is this something like you ever thought about, like maybe when you get to a space that you can rearrange the infrastructure of Kenya and other places as well, like to help to kind of facilitate that? Have you ever thought about?
I feel like a mouse in I feel like a grain of sand in the ocean.
Right.
I feel like my change will never be enough.
It will.
When I look at the things that Bob Marley sang about and the things that Fela Kuti sang about, they are still the same things that are being sung about today. To mean that nothing has changed and the human animal remains the same in how in who they are. Artists always just have this very utopian view of how the world works, and we want that to be the reality. But we just keep on singing about it until hopefully one day we'll experience the change.
But then can I be honest? Can I say this? It's I think when I look at myself, for me the thing is not to be in a position whereby like you're a politician, to be in a position of power to to fit in an already bureaucratic system whereby you get in and it sucks you in. Like, quite honestly, when I'm blessed with my wealth, I will use my wealth to change. To change, because at the end of it all, what do politicians at the end of it all go to when you look at any country in the world in terms of lobbying and whatever, to fund their campaigns? They go to money.
It's true.
And at the end of it all, for me, it's not like I'm going to fund. I'm not talking about like I'm waiting for them to come to me. It's just that when you're in that position, because clearly in this world money talks, so it'll be my wealth that I will use to effect whatever change, because clearly that's the only way.
What do we talk about
there's so much
single time we're on the show? Every time
there's places where your wealth can make a difference, and then there's places where it can't. For example, you can't just wake up this morning and go to the biggest slum in Kenya and build a proper hospital and a proper school without getting a lot of opposition from the leadership there, because all of a sudden now you're challenging the status quo. So are you going to use your money to change the minds or to change the hard infrastructure?
I think for me, it's when I get to that point. I'm not about.
Then give me that money, because I'm suffering here.
Sorry.
Give me that money.
No.
We're struggling.
I'm talking about the wealth we're building together, bro.
But I'm keeping my money for myself. I'm gonna buy the best weed in the world.
These guys are just speaking over here, but they're already doing that.
They're doing it.
These guys are
making the
doing
change.
that, because infrastructure, when I look at it, doesn't necessarily mean the roads and everything. When I look at already, Chimano is putting a system. Chimano has done Soul Festival. Soulfest is one of is the biggest festival right now.
Yeah. We have a new guest joining in. No, in a second.
Soulfest is the biggest festival.
Yeah.
And when you look at how Soulfest has been done, after Soulfest now, Nyashinsky has done his. We are the first people to make an infrastructure out of a whole festival in terms of merchandising, a whole system. He's changing it already. Like he's sacrificing. He's the one sacrificing for the next, So he's creating a system already, When I look at the record label that we've created, Soul Generation, we have been able to create a system to monetize an artist, and within 3 years only, an artist is already fully profitable. So he's already changing that system. There's so many artists who want to work with us. Right. So I think in our right, we are changing.
Yeah, it's really not about writing the checks. It's you just have the resources to be able to
effectively change something. And once you have that mindset, it'll naturally go that way.
And speaking of resources and everything, us as diasporans here, are there any tips you guys can give us, or something that is aware for you guys that we can do better to amplify voices back home, create more spaces for them to be able to come here and make themselves known, and then remind people things are happening back home still.
I think
as much as everything
more
is
than anything, it's not most of the times there's fatigue for the diaspora to keep on giving, because the mentality of an African who's in Nairobi right now is that when my cousin is coming from Germany, they're coming with dope clothes, they're coming with shoes. I'm raiding their wardrobe to take what I'm taking. But you have to understand that the diaspora is not necessary for that. The diaspora is for influencing us in whatever sphere of influence you're in, influencing the music, influencing the things. And I'd say the diaspora has done a fantastic job. I mean, we're having this interview right now.
That's
right. When you look at how the rise of Afrobeats has been through a very vibrant diaspora. Absolutely. Jamaican music too. Jamaican music has crossed the world because of Jamaican people who came with the Windrush to Europe, and they've done all kinds of phenomenal things. So wherever you are in your sphere of influence, continue pushing the culture forward. That's all the diaspora needs to do. Come and watch the concerts. Come watch the concerts. Buy the merch. Hang out with them, with the artists, and pick one cause. Don't send money. Don't send money home for shit. If you haven't been there to see where you're actually
send money to your brother.
They're going to drink for that money.
They promised you they are having a children's home. I don't know.
If you're sending money to a children's home, go see the home yourself. Get there, see it. Okay, I know this is where my money is going. So just be very cautious on how you give, so that you don't ever have fatigue giving, so that you don't ever see a call from home and think, fuck, man, this nigga wants some more.
And also, I would also just try and ask us to do a lot of unlearning. Man, it's crazy out here. People are bitter. There's crazy mixture of emotion. Yeah, it's true, and it's hindering even just growth.
Yes,
especially back at home, in Africa. When you look at colonization and everything, when you look at the history. Let's just hear.
I agree. There's so much that we have to unlearn, as you said, in terms of even what it means for you to be an African. You know, it's so blurry. It's so much blurred lines, such that what you cling to that is African is totally an African in itself. Right. So but it's just people don't know who they are. You this skin. It's just do you know yourself?
Right.
People don't know themselves.
It's good to understand history, yes, but most of the time when I listen to a lot of podcasts, when I listen to a lot of just discussions about, especially Africans in the diaspora, speaking about our history and everything, there's a process of learning where you see it's informative. But I realize in most of this conversation, it's toxic. It's borderline, like a generation who understand the history, but they don't want to let it go. It's like it's infiltrating their emotions so much that it's dictating their future decisions. As you can see, people are mad, but that madness, you don't have to carry it that much, just reason through it. So there's a lot, and the fact that things are not looking so up in Africa, which is the truth. When you look at most countries, you know, sometimes we can just look at Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, because of the music.
They just say Africa is rising.
It's the real thing. So I'll just urge us to be, how can I say, have some empathy but reason through it.
Right. Right.
Guys, this is always the worst
I'm so
part.
sad.
Because time is running out.
Okay.
The problem is there's another show after Earth. But before you guys leave, I do have one question for each and every one of you. You can keep it short, but like, speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. If you could find your 10-year-old self, what are you telling your 10-year-old self right now in this position?
Don't listen to their bullshit.
Don't.
Yeah, like the teachers and all those people who like, you know, music, you won't do this for the rest of your life. You know,
Period.
They're lying to you.
Yeah, those are idiots. They don't even know your destiny. They don't know nothing. Don't listen to anybody. And I actually, when I meet kids, I'm like, this is exactly, when I meet kids, I look at them. I just met a kid there. Who is she? The one who's
My daughter.
She reminded me of who I was before the world broke my spirit.
She's
Before
very
the world, before adulting threw shit at me and told me, oh, yo, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. So like, yo, I want to stay 10. I want to never stop being a child in my mind.
Yeah.
I like that.
Beautiful.
Chimano?
I would hug little Chimano and tell him in his ears, like, not only you're gay, but no. I'd tell little Chimano, it's my moment, I'll tell little Chimano that not only extroverts make it.
Amen.
Yeah, in fact, you have an infinite power in you that not what the world considers you to be, like you should be for you to make it. You know, because we're always told that you need to be an extrovert. Like you have introvert and extrovert. You need to be an extrovert. You need to be outgoing. You need to be confident. You need to speak. And I'm just like
No,
you're good, boo. You're good.
I love
You'll make it. You'll be fine.
Beautiful.
Savara? 10-year-old Savara. Look at you.
I wish I was told I don't have to speak fluent English to be understood.
English came by boat.
By boat. A very big boat.
I wish I was told I was made to understand the beauty of Swahili. Yes. Because I loved it and I understood it, but the society made me have to understand English to be able to look eloquent amongst my peers.
Absolutely.
And now I love Swahili more than English. And
Love it.
So I wish I just stuck to it.
You're just.
It should be an international language.
It is. But the Swahili is the international. The AU African Union has placed Swahili
As the African
official language across the continent.
Recently.
We love it.
That's dope.
So guys, unfortunately we have come to the end of the show already. Exactly.
But I must say, like, this is quite an engaging and thought-provoking, nice kind of interview.
We should have like 4 hours.
Tell your friends to tell their friends.
We should have had 4 hours.
Honestly, like, we trust maybe next time you guys are back in town, you're always welcome. TBRS is your home.
You're family now.
Feel free, you guys
and
are
if any of you is ever
family.
in Kenya, hit us up.
Definitely.
And this has been my learning experience. You know, this tour has been like just a time for. We all did our individual EPs, and now we are heading towards like doing a Sauti Soul album. So this tour is a good learning experience and getting back to the vibe of the people.
I'm excited.
You've just confirmed. TikTok. I'm gonna go find. I'm removing myself from Facebook. Hey.
Anyway, guys, we could keep going. It's been such a blast. I hate to cut it off right here, but this has been TBRS episode 62. You guys have enjoyed with us here in studio with Sauti Soul. Tonight is the night. If you have tickets, enjoy enjoy it. If not, hang on some windows.
Climb windows.
Find your way somehow. And guys, we thank you so much for tuning in. My future lovers and friends, it's been a blast. We'll be back next week with the same, the great energy as usual here straight out of Oyun on THF Radio. Take care, my lovers and friends. See you then.
Bye.
TBRS.
TBRS.
The Berlin Radio Show.